So this week I have my friend, funny woman Bria Mulholland. You might know her as Bria King or Bria King Bad on TikTok, or Colette as she is known on the streets, and her mum Dara, who is a retired psychotherapist. So she'll be giving her professional opinion and Bria will be unprofessional. The two of them are two gas women, comedy gold, like what a little duo. And we're going to look at some stories that listeners have sent in to us, and just some, I suppose, difficult situations I have come across online with things that people have sent in to me. Bria shares this disgusting story of a man, like, just they're not well, like his, as he called it, puckered starfish. And then I tell the story of how I somehow ended up with a little paypig of my own there recently. So stay tuned until the end and keep an eye out next week for the full paypig episode. Bria is going to join us now and Dara is coming in shortly. I got in a message. This girl wanted me to bring this up in the podcast. Big fan of the podcast. Very tempted to re-download TikTok just for your content. She wrote this to me on Instagram, by the way. I was wondering, I know you say it's a numbers game when it comes to dating, and I fully agree. But girl, I am struggling to get dates. I am 26 since February, an architectural designer, currently doing my master's. I've moved around a lot, moved to Dublin after a year of working in San Fran. So when I go on a date, they're always interested in seeing me again. But the issue is getting the dates. I wonder sometimes if maybe my photos on the apps are too, and inverted commas, Christian. My apps are currently just a deserted wasteland. Any fella I get talking to ends up ghosting me. I can't seem to meet them in person. Tried the singles nights at McGowan's. No good. Hoping to do a run club soon, but just recovering from injury, so that'll be a while. Would love to hear your take on this. Maybe it would be a good topic for the pod. So I had sent you over. I sent you over her pictures because I asked her, what did you mean by too Christian? Like, I said, Christian, what does that even mean? Can I see your dating app pictures for a nose? And she said, I meant just not saucy enough. Yes, absolutely. So
yeah, the one of her
I was looking at her pictures.
The one of her receiving communion is a bit much. Is that the vibe?
I hate that. I hate that people think like that they have to be fucking saucy.
That's exactly it. Like, for one, right, from just that little snippet, she's clearly really like ambitious. Like, to have lived in San Francisco, back here, you know, obviously she's a runner, or, you know, she's recovering from an injury, and then she's doing a master's. Like, I think you do hear and see how some men can be intimidated by women who are like driven or whatever. So I think it's like maybe she just hasn't found someone that's on the same. I don't mean this in a negative way. I don't mean like the same level, but as in like the same sort of position in life, especially at 26. You know, like.
Well, actually, yeah, I know 26. That's good going.
I mean, sorry, that's like I'm 9 years older than that, so I'm like, you're only a baby, sure. You have a life ahead of you.
An owl one.
I don't know. Like, stay true to yourself and who you are. Like, don't be thinking you need to. Like, looking at her photos.
Definitely, yeah, she's definitely good. Like, she's well able to talk, and like I can tell by her messages that she would give good chat on the apps. So I can't see why she wouldn't. You know, things would lead nowhere. And looking at her pictures, like they're not even fucking totally PG. You know, there's
like
a lovely tight leather trouser there.
No, she looks quite wholesome and very pretty.
Yes,
teeny tiny, petite, fashionable. I see nothing wrong with.
There's a black number there, tight black top with the waist out and black tight skirt with a little bit of a crisscross of the top going across the belly, you know. And I think fucking it does sicken my hole though, the thought of women being like, oh, I'm not getting dates. I'm going to have to get my tits and ass out. I'm going to have to put up bikini shots.
And that's the whole thing of like, yeah, to get a man to talk to me, I'm going to have to sexualize myself more. And it's kind of like, well, not sexualize yourself more, but like, you know, if you're confident enough, like if you're confident enough and you want to share a picture of your body and your bikini and whatever online, then like do, but Like for me, I wouldn't be comfortable doing that for myself, but if someone else is, then absolutely. But don't do it just so you get more men. Like, and as well, you might just get those gobshites who are just like, oh yeah, she looks a bit all right, and then you know, and then you're just going into the loop again of just getting kind of toxic, not toxic. Sorry, I'm not using the right words here, but like of lads who maybe just aren't looking for something like
You need to free yourself, free that speech there. Yes, toxic men, toxic men. I definitely did when I became single in 2021 and I had lost lots of weight. I'd lost 5 stone and then I was single and I was going for it. And I used to put up, now I wouldn't call them thirst traps, right? Like if I say thirst traps, that's going to paint you a picture. But I was definitely like, I was taking these mirror pics with like,
yeah, but you were confident and you were like, look at me, like I'm
Lily,
gone. Sorry.
there was a couple of bikini pics for you.
Good. Great. But if I was confident in my body, I would put up bikini pics. You know? I don't see any.
Oh, I don't. I still like now. Now I'm like, oh, like I wouldn't put up a full frontal
Yeah.
bikini pic now. I think maybe the age has come into it.
Yeah, but yeah, exactly. You're in a different point then. What are you, late 20s then? Or
What age was I? 29, yeah, and I'm 33 in a few weeks.
well, you are. We had a big birthday night out. Get your friend to come out with us. I'll find her a man. I'm great at shy talking and getting men to chat. When I was single after basically 12 years, I was used to going out and not being single and still like chatting away, having the crack with people because I'm just that kind of person.
Yeah,
But
shy
then when I was
talker.
but yeah, I'd like to hear a bit of shite because I have loads to say. But then like when I was single, I'd be doing the same thing and then being like, then I'd people ask for my number and I was like, oh, yeah,
Well, it wasn't what this was.
oh no, sorry, I'm just super ADHD, and if you're a new person and you're gonna let me talk shite to you, I will.
Yeah,
You know.
that is. It would be nice for people to meet in real life again, but alas, like what? I don't know. What advice are we giving her? Because what are we going to tell her to do different? Absolutely nothing. Just fucking keep going. Just
Absolutely.
keep on going.
Just talk to anyone and everyone. Like, don't be like, oh, he's not my type, so I'm not going to chat to him. Or I'm not
Yeah,
saying,
that's true.
but it's like be open minded.
Did you get hit on the from having the TikTok?
I don't know.
Which
I will not-
arseholes.
Which literal.
Literal arseholes. But this girl that I'll finish up on this one, but I had said to her, I said like she has a nice smile, but every single picture is with her mouth closed. And maybe that each picture was very posed. And this is something that I think about myself, or I did when I was on the apps, that if every picture was very like posed and like situated and hello, look at me in my outfit, look at me standing in my hallway, look at me in this bathroom in this fucking hotel, whatever.
Yeah.
Like you need to maybe put in an action shot there of you having a bit of crack, like ugly laughing or something.
Yeah. Show them the double chin laugh.
Yeah. But then she was like, oh, fair enough, actually, because maybe they'd be thinking that I have some bad teeth.
Yeah, yeah.
Because you could be hiding something there. Just
Yeah,
take a seat. Take a seat, Dara. Take a seat.
How are you?
Dara, thank you very much for giving us your professional
Well, I
opinion.
hope give you a bit of something. Bit of something. Bit of something.
But yeah, you've been in, I suppose, you're not much of a help, I think, when it comes to dating, whatever you've been.
I've never really dated.
That's
No.
because of. It's probably because you've got attachment issues.
Which you were fucking straight into it. Straight into it.
And I wonder where that came from, ma'am. Over detached. Oh, I'm not anxious at all.
No.
I'm going to school trip because I don't want you to go alone. Anyway, that's because
Ah,
That was out in the bush.
so you were always there. So that's the opposite of an anxious attachment style.
I was very, very securely attached to her, mammy.
yeah.
Yeah.
These
Anyway.
attachment styles.
There's basically secure and then there's insecure. And to be handy, you just say avoidant and anxious. You can break them down further, but this
Secure, insecure. Avoid. I'm anxious and insecure. Can you be two of the bad ones? Yeah.
yeah, you probably got it both from each of your caregivers. I don't, yeah, possibly.
Yeah. Somebody who's out there, say, and attracting the wrong fella the whole time, saying that she likes the bad boys and, you know, oh, lads, you know, he's too nice, or I don't like lads who are too nice to me. What would that be?
Then that was start with the last one. That'd be much more like being avoidant, because you put your walls up, because you learned when you were young that you end up as maybe one or other parent wasn't all that emotionally available to you, so you end up kind of it's called like self-holding, and people like that would probably describe themselves as being very independent. So they can actually feel quite anxious if somebody comes over too much for them. They can feel like someone is too much for them.
Because you ever hear
Yeah.
girls being like, "Oh, you phone to me every day," and like, "Oh, get away!" Like,
Oh yeah,
but then
yeah.
sometimes I'm like, "But sure, if he was only fucking texting you like every bi-weekly, you'd be giving out."
Yeah, yeah. That's
Yeah,
the
funny, yeah.
It is a bit like I hear like read the room, you know. If the fella texting you fucking 3 times a day and you're not replying, like,
Oh yeah.
Well, he would sound then like he'd be more like an anxious attachment, because people who have anxious attachment will generally describe themselves as being like clingy and needy. They lean in because when they had their early experience was the parent was sometimes emotionally available and sometimes not. So they were always kind of chasing the parent's attention. Now, I know this is kind of an oversimplification, but like this is sort of
Oh yeah. No, it's good.
so if you're like that, you will be always have a fear of it being like abandoned, and you will be more inclined to be checking like what you're talking about. But then if you're someone who's got a secure attachment, meaning that you're quite calm and you feel, you know, you're a worthy person, and you know you're worthy of love and a relationship, well then if that anxiousy person is, you know, clingy towards you, because you're secure, you could deal with them by communicating and then letting them know that, you know, it doesn't have to be like, you know, I'm not, you know,
yeah. You're giving me the ick. Stop sending me gifts every.
Gifts. Not even memes, like fucking
if they
gifts.
weren't insulted.
What?
Like not even memes, like gifts.
Yeah, just a gift. Like, you know, people who like send a text. They'd send like 2 texts, and then it's the Homer Simpson meme gif of like going to the bushes.
Oh,
like,
to the bushes.
Like, sorry, I actually have a life.
That's so much more embarrassing. Like, don't be pointing out that you're getting ghosted
Yeah.
by saying, "Oh, you're ghosting me." Just leave it then. Like,
Yeah.
Dara, what would you say to somebody who was really clingy and freaking out and texting the whole time? Like, if your client came to you and, you know, they were aware that they were like this, what are they meant to do?
Are they ever aware?
I don't know. Well, this is the thing.
I've left through 47 messages and I sent 5 memes on Instagram.
Well, probably that client probably already texted me.
But we're actually not following each other yet. So send us requests. What?
No, but what would I say? Well, you'd be working, you know, on a one-to-one basis. You know, you have to work things out with people. Everyone's an individual, but talking about what their you know, the pattern of their behavior, and you'd get back into talking about their early stuff.
And
and
make
then
them realize why they are the way they are.
well, you kind of well, you sort of give someone the heads up about you kind of leading them into the awareness bit by bit. And also, but it's not a critical thing, sorry, because they did it to survive. We have these behaviors because we needed to survive and be safe. So,
can we look back on when you were working in Australia?
Well, what do you want to talk about?
And you had a specific human being who felt their personal trainer was in love with them.
There was a person who had a personal trainer, one-to-one, and this lady got very, you know, close in her own mind to the other person, who was much younger than her, but it was all her own projection, you know.
And she was married.
Oh,
Okay, that's married. Got a bit complicated. So really,
Yeah, obviously, I didn't.
I know.
These people.
Yeah. So I mean, that she really had. I mean, that's a big issue, and I think that lady's, you know, her behavior had been, when we was trashing it out, that was quite a behavior that she'd had over the years with a number of people where she
Oh,
just
what the
was,
fuck?
yeah.
Sorry,
with-
she's like your one out of that program on Netflix, Baby Reindeer.
Baby reindeer.
oh, I thought that.
You had your own baby reindeer.
Like normally I wouldn't have been as so the word I'm going to use is direct with this lady, but the way I went about it with her, I was saying, you know, like younger people these days are very quick to get very litigious, and you know, like I was thinking the person was going to actually put a what you call it, a bar in order or something, or a
Training.
restraining order around her. So I kind of stepped her through lightly that she would, you know, she really needed to pull back and stop trying to contact the person. And
Did
then
she
I
stop?
was pointing out, well, she did, but I kept pointing out to her, well, you know, working it through how they weren't actually making contact with her. They weren't actually, because what happens when people go to that level, she starts to imagine every little thing as a green light, but she'd accidentally bump into the person at the shops and think that he had gone there because that's where she shops.
But as well,
It just got crazy. Yeah.
but because he was her PT, it was like, you know, he was just doing his job, being like, "Oh, yeah,
Exactly.
you're progressing, you
And
look great, la la la." And she was like, you know, and then they're taking it on as like, oh, he's obviously,
Yeah.
Even when I was
Very-
single and on the apps, like, and I'd be scrolling down and there'd be some unreal like model type that I wouldn't personally be interested in, but like we're like abs, tanned, like sculpted and everything, and I'd be like, no, I'm just a normal girl, and I I don't want that.
no, you're not.
Yeah.
You're not that gorgeous.
we're just
You know,
we're
like-
just not going to be a thing. But I think like then there's other people who were like, oh yeah, I matched with him and it's very clearly a catfish, or else this man who's after your money and who's in a different country. And they're like, yeah, I can believe this. I can believe that this is happening to me. And I just
you
don't know, this is
Yeah,
delusion.
and you know what? But that's proven when we're attracted to somebody, particularly at first, we're so, you know, delighted to feeling the attraction and all the good stuff that we disregard, you know, the negatives. Our bias sort of starts changing, and so in other words, initially we almost create a fantasy when we're attracted to somebody. We don't want to see any of the negatives. So
True.
And that's
you know,
a self-esteem thing of like,
but see, everybody's a bit at first guilty of that. You know, they kind of go, "Wow, this person," you know. So we all have that in, if you want to call it, in the typical, the norm, but then other people carried on to an extreme. But it is a kind of a bias that we do at the beginning anyway. All of us,
And you just need to
someone, and you're all loved up, and you're, you know, Bria.
yeah, I think I'm way better than
Bria.
my fella.
That dopamine's running around there, like oxytocin and all the good
I
stuff.
know. Yeah.
I remember when I was about 19, I think 19, yeah, I was in second year of college and I was with this fella who was 3 years older than me. And he was in his final year of college. And we were both from the same town. And I remember that I would buy him pints to make him stay out with me. Or if he'd be like, oh no, I've no money to go to the pub. And I'd be like, I have money. I'd have about €40. Do you know, it was all my money. I was meant to go to the shop and get like noodles
Yeah.
with it.
Yeah,
And-
noodles. Or a wedge roll.
for fucking college. And just because I was like, I just couldn't see that he was just like, oh grand, I've no money, yeah, and could do with a few pints, so we'll go to the pub. But I was like, oh, deadly. You know, he really likes me.
Yeah.
Only with fucking age. I look back at that now and I'm like, oh my lord.
We all
Yeah.
do the
But like some people are
cringe.
happy to take that. You know,
Who?
be like, "Right, she's going to buy me pints and that's grand."
Oh, sure, of course.
Yeah,
Of course
even
he would
later
take-
in
why
life.
wouldn't he?
Even later in life, you know,
Mm.
and then it's just like, I don't think I could just keep, you know, taking and taking. And it's like, oh, I want to go to dinner tonight. Take me out there. It's fucking Wednesday, and he has to go off and like pay. And but if that was in his nature, I don't think I'd be able for that. Granny, who's a millionaire, wouldn't give a fuck. But like, I'd be like, well, you are paying for everything, and you're paying me to stay at home with all our babies.
Bria, I don't think the description of the kind of attachment you have, love.
Excuse me.
I have a little message that somebody sent in to me for you to give your professional Dara and unprofessional Bria opinion on the 2E.
I'll go first.
Okay, so let me see. You'll probably not see this or reply, but if you can you give advice on how to get a date, or is there any way of going from a one night stand to them wanting to see you again? I'm not a fan of the apps and can get a one night stand, but that's where it ends. They promise the world, but I know it's pure shit, but hopefully thinking that they might ask for my number or want to see me again, but no.
Okay.
Presume that is that a female?
That is female. Living in Dublin in her late 30s.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Like,
yeah. Go on.
I just think, not like I know men, but I hear men talk, and I've seen enough to know that, like, they're getting the ride. The chase is over. So, like, I just don't. I don't see. I mean, it'd be nice if they were like,
yeah,
you know, yeah, can I have your number? Or
yeah,
can I have your Instagram?
yeah.
It's like, no.
But like, they're not going to do that after the ride. Like, after the ride, I don't think that they're going to feel like there's exceptions or whatever to every rule. But I think the rule is that once they ride you, and if they get it on the first night, they'll think
So
that
I
we've
would
probably
say
told everyone.
that's stop riding people
Yeah, it's still there.
on the first night.
Yes.
Because that is not going to lead to. Look, it can and it does, but it's not working for her now. So, like, if she's able to go out every night and she knows what to do, and or they're flinging themselves at her, or she's flinging herself at them, like, that's all she's doing. She's not out there, you know.
Well, you're not creating any sort of meaningful connection. And
No.
I always thought that,
like meaningful connection. Someone is inserting a piece of their body into you. Like, how, like, I'd want a meaningful connection before that is done to my innards. Like,
innards.
or I'd at least want to, like, no. Sorry, and that's not a judgment on her or anyone.
You
but
judge
it's
right
like
there.
meaningful connection. You want a fucking meaningful connection?
Yeah.
Go out and go for a walk with your dog in St. Anne's Park or something.
Well, I mean, then on the other hand, some people do think that sex is the connection. It's not necessarily, you know, it's how they are viewing intimacy.
Yeah.
I would say I'm sort of glad you said it first, because I felt that me as an older woman saying it would sound like tut tut tut, but it's still there that you have to slow it down, and if you want to build an authentic relationship that's ongoing, you do it slowly. Like, it's back, you know, meet you for coffee, meet you for dinner, we'll go out to a movie.
Like, if you fancy me so much on a night out,
if
you meet me tomorrow and we're both hanging to bits and buy me brunch.
Yeah.
Or I'll buy you brunch.
Well, I was going to say, you know, nice kiss, nice, and then, you know.
Yeah,
but,
walk me home.
But definitely slowing it down, you know. Yeah.
Anyways, what's your advice?
That's it. Slow it down. Same as yours, really. It's that's out there, you know.
And, like, look at the like, if something, the pattern of behavior, if that isn't working,
if it's not working for you,
like, you do need to change it up. And that whole thing of, like, it's not about you need to better yourself, but you need to say to yourself, okay, well, this isn't working for me, so I need to shift my focus onto, like, not going out every night and get the right. I need to shift my focus into, like,
I think a lot of women just shifting, exactly. But I think a lot of women
shifting, just
shifting, nothing else, no poking.
No poking.
They think
fingering on the second date if needed.
Ah, Jesus.
Can I top you? Can I text?
But, like, they don't want to disappoint the fella. So, you know, if they think, oh, this is such a great time here, we're shifting away, and then he's like, oh, you know, let's go back to mine. And then a girl saying no, and then he'd probably be like, oh, well, fuck you then. Do you know, and then might just leave.
Right.
But exactly, that's where they have
you
to
know
be
what?
then fine.
Because he's not worth it. That guy's not. Yeah. He's not out for what you want. Like, he doesn't want an ongoing relationship with that.
But it's also like, who gives a shit if you're disappointing him? It's like, you're going to end up disappointing
yourself,
and you're going to wake up being like, oh, you know, he was so lovely and la la, and then just, like, radio silence, and then you're walking and fucking Ranelagh and you pass him by and you're like, I saw his willy.
And what do you think about all this crack that people do? I know you're probably going to somehow bring this back to the attachment styles. I bet you it. It probably is the way I think about it. Like, say, gaslighting, breadcrumbing. Like, breadcrumbing would be when people just hold on to you there. Like, say,
Yeah.
they just keep you and give you the odd text here and there. Like, I
Yeah.
know a fella that would give me a good morning with a love heart and not text me until 9 p.m. again that night.
I hear good luck. Yeah,
You're probably on the broadcast list there.
Yeah.
Oh, no, yeah. That doesn't make you feel very special, you know?
You should have just made a group.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Text us all at once.
Yeah.
No, sorry.
No.
I mean,
No, I mean, they are people.
just-
No, plainly, though, they are people with issues. They are. I mean, that's something. Oh, sorry, but you've got an issue if you're. And the gaslighting thing, they have no guts. They can't confront something. And, you know, they need to be doing a bit of work on themselves.
and you know, I saw a quote today that changed my life. I bet you never thought you'd hear that. I can't really remember it, but it was something like, "Don't let someone else's confusion with life make you question your certainties," or something,
Yeah, yeah,
which is a bit like gaslighting, anyway.
yeah.
No,
No,
not really.
well, actually, don't. No, it does in a sense that it says don't question yourself. I mean, the other one is that thing. Not everything is about you. You know, we take it on. We go, oh God, what did I do? Oh Jesus, oh that person didn't contact me.
It's not you. Like,
Like you know, you say it's
Yeah.
not. You know the way you say, oh, it's not you, it's me. Like, well, actually, it's the other way around.
yeah,
It's not me. It's actually you.
yeah.
You got the issue.
And if anyone finds themselves getting like really caught up when a guy or a girl or even in a workplace, like they get like rejected, look up rejection sensitivity disorder.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
Because
yeah.
I think during my, like, say the lad that I went out with from like 18 to 20, whatever, it's nearly 2 years. Like when he broke up with me, I was devastated. But I'm so much younger.
Ah, yeah. There's that too.
And like,
It's first love
yeah.
as well.
But those first loves things, you think it's love, but like it's
No,
or like
it's not.
infatuate. It's more just like the first feeling of
Yeah.
being in love. I
Like, how
suppose.
many people can you be in love with in your life? Because at this stage now, I try to think back to all the men I said I love you to, and now, well, like I'm 32, so now it's like one. And sorry, I'm now in a relationship for whatever 8 months. Said I love you to him. Then there was 5.5 years before that said I love you to him. 3 years directly before that said I love you to him. 2 years before that said I love you to him. So that's 4.
Yeah,
And there
you've
was
a lot of
definitely-
loving in you. No, but that's the point.
Really, it's not right.
There isn't the one. That's a fallacy. There are many the ones.
Well, I couldn't have been with any of the rest of those ones. Oh,
Yep, they can love everybody.
Who can?
Polyamory.
Yeah.
Polyamorous. Yeah, but you did love them when you were with them.
But that's the point. At that
Like
point,
you did have love. You did have love for them,
you're in love.
but then there's the in love.
Hmm.
You know,
You're in love.
like
And he fell out.
first boyfriend. Yeah, so I was in love with him, but like, you know,
what age were you? 18?
18 to 20. Yeah, I did. Yeah, and then my last relationship. Yeah, absolutely in love, and then like, moved on.
So you're on number 3. I'm on 5.
I'm on number 3.
I'm gonna try and delete a few out of these. There's this girl who messages me a good bit on the page, just kind of talking about her dating woes and disasters and whatever. And usually everything that she has said to me, she sends me in screenshots of conversations that she's had on dating apps with fellas. And generally everything that she has said, I have been like on her side. You know, she's had it tough. She's spoken to a few Egypts who have like, you know, gotten very sexual or whatever. And she's just like, oh, fuck's sake, here we go again. Like another one of these fellas. But she sent me a screenshot there a few weeks ago of her conversation with the man. And it was just a normal enough conversation. They were kind of talking about their experiences with the apps and their backgrounds with relationships. And he said that he has never had a long-term relationship and that he would be quite choosy with who he wants to actually have a proper relationship with, and he is just, you know, being careful that way. But she then lashed out and said, Jesus, will you get a grip? You're 41 and balding and you've never had a long-term relationship. Best of luck to you. So then she sent me that screenshot.
Yeah.
And I was obviously a bit shook
Yeah.
because she obviously thought that there was nothing wrong with what had happened there. The man had been completely polite. And I said, Jesus, that's very harsh. If he's 41 and never had a long-term relationship, that's up to him. Just end the conversation. Like, no need to
Yeah.
Yeah.
insult the fella.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like, it's a physical and age insult as well, which is a bit shite. And like, the thing is, I've seen like from your content and from friends and stuff that like men will also just be like, oh, what do you expect? You're a fucking like shriveled up fat bitch or something like that.
Do you think the trigger for her, what stood out to me was, the trigger for her may have been something about the fact that he said, I haven't been in a long-term relationship. And like, but then he's like, he's engaging with her and maybe she's sick of meeting. I'm not trying to defend what she said to him, but like something triggered in her about this thing about men who won't commit.
Yeah.
It could have been something just in her that when I hear another fucking idiot, another one, and she just might have just in the moment just gone, for God's sake, you want to that whatever she said, get over yourself. But to attack anyone physically, sorry about their looks, their body is it's not the way to be going. It's not.
Isn't that a thing? They say don't be like, obviously she's had issues with other fellas. So then she just met this man who, for all intents and purposes, was a grand fella. And what is that saying about don't be building your new house with bricks from your old house?
Exactly. Yeah, it is that. It's like, exactly. It's kind of that. Yeah, trying sort of realizing that this interaction here is its own unique interaction. It's not. Yeah, it's not. It doesn't
to do
with all the other stuff that went before.
Yeah.
It just sounds like something just snapped in her.
Yeah, and as well
about that something. There was something in it.
And the fact she's got a load of shite from men, she's probably like, fuck this, I'm gonna, unfortunately for that guy,
he was the one.
he was the one.
The receiver of the.
Having something in has to be what he said about not having been in a.
Yeah,
that stands out, doesn't it?
I said that to her. I said, yeah, blah, 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 that's very harsh of you. Just end the conversation. No need to insult the fella. By all means, tread carefully online. And if you notice something you don't like, definitely end the conversation. But if you're getting very riled up having these conversations, I think the apps aren't for you. And then she said, yeah, my friend said the same. I know, I think I was just pissed off. He was probably the third guy that I was texting. So obviously it's something like, and it's like, they have lots of hope.
And what that goes back to, which I think has been kind of, I can't quote where it's been proven or researched, but there is a sense of when people are just on the apps and swiping along and engaging with, say, a few people at a time, that there is a sense of the people, everyone gets a bit objectified. So you're not, because it's so like screeny and just sliding the screen. That's sometimes the kind of the human bit can go out of it, and like she got weary.
Yeah, people need to just have a bit more respect. Like, you are dealing with other people,
and stopped seeing it. She stopped seeing what happened to him. Then was she didn't see him really as a person. She just
and I say that's
what's happening. That does start to happen. Like people, they get weary. It becomes,
would you, if you, it's like the hate comments and shite that we get online. It's like, would you say this to my face in real life?
No.
They're
hiding behind, don't even own up to who they are.
Yeah.
Hiding behind a false identity.
Yeah.
Yes, you've had some probably the worst, not even hate comments. I can't even, they're not even hate comments. Just go on in there and let us have it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So whatever, regretfully, I don't even know why I had my email, like an email attached to my TikTok, because I don't respond to any like promotional or anything, because I'm just like, I don't want to be doing that online. Like, I don't want to be like, hey, you want to buy this fucking moisturizer or whatever that I don't know about. So I got an email, and I could see it was a Gmail account, and like it wasn't like a whatever, but I had 2 attachments in it. And when I opened it, I didn't think the 2 photos that I got would just automatically open up. And it was just like 2 pictures of someone's spread shitty arsehole. And I was just like, that is just fucking disgusting. Like, and I didn't reply. I didn't do anything at all, because I was just like, that's just so fucking weird.
No text, just 2 assholes.
Because I kind of, anyway, yeah.
But
What is it? What we can say?
In connection with that, someone replied to my story on TikTok being like, the amount of money I'd pay to see a big black dick in that mouth. Then I got another text message, another DM being like, I would pay an an insane amount of money for you to spread your arse open, give me a good look at that puckered shitter, and then fart into the camera and send it to me. So I instantly blocked him.
Oh, you didn't, did you?
Yeah.
You're no crack. You're no crack.
But then like a week later, I was chatting to the girls in work, because the conversation came up about pay pigs and all this stuff. And I was like, actually, I've got some weird fucking messages. And we were like, sure, we had message back and be like, how much? As a joke. So I messaged back being, how much? I know, it's stupid. Anyway, 200 euro, take or leave it. I'll be willing to up the price. And I was like, block. And then this is another message, and it was the same thing of, I want to see your arsehole, fart to camera or some crap like that. And jokingly again, and how much? Hey, this all sounds weird, I know, but I'm being dead serious when I say that I would pay you any amount of money you want to become your pay pig. I've opened a Ko-fi, coffee or whatever account, and I'm willing to pay you whatever you like. Just name the price. In return, I would love if you could send at least 1 video picture of your feet per month. I think this could be really fun for the both of us. You get paid and I get to worship you like you deserve. If you decline this offer, that's perfectly fine. I would just love a yes or no answer. In another message. It wouldn't even have to be a video or a picture of your feet. It could just be like one of your face. My starting price is 400 euro. I'd be glad to go higher though. And then I get 2 emails from the shit arsehole picture guy after this. So now I'm thinking,
Sorry, what are these time frames that we're talking about here, that all of these people are coming through with these messages?
it was a week and a half. So I'm like, they're probably all the same person.
Yeah, it's all related.
They're all the same person.
Yeah.
And 2 of the accounts had like the same, they both had Bailey in it, but then one of those accounts changed their username. So one email, I was dead serious, by the way. I would gladly pay anything for a video of you farting in the camera. 200 euros seems cheap. So I'll raise it to 400. I'm begging here. I'll send it to you on Ko-fi or wherever else you want it. I'll even pay monthly on top of that. Let me know what you think, smiley face.
The smiley face.
If you decline, that's okay. So that's definitely, it's the same language as the TikTok.
Yeah.
And then follows up with another email. Another thing. It doesn't have to be farting into the camera. I'd pay 400 euro just to have a personalized video of you doing anything. It seems obsessive. It seems weird. I understand that. But I would genuinely pay anything. I would even become your pay pig. All I need is a yes or no. If you decline, then I will not pursue and I will move on. I've already made my account and followed you. All you need to do is think on it. I'm not replying with yes or no. Well, definitely not yes. And I'm not replying with no, because he could be some fucking weirdo that will get something out of me.
Even nicely. Yeah. Every bit of the process for that person, he's already getting his rocks off just by messaging you.
Yeah.
So every bit of it is contaminated and perverted, and that's why you never respond.
It's kind of nice though. He had me in mind when he sat on the ground, spread his arsehole, and used the flash camera
in that lovely
to take a picture.
So already he's abused. So I know. No, on a serious note, he's already abused you.
Yeah.
You've already been abused by that so-and-so.
And harassed.
Wait, I'm looking it up here. Paypig, the submissive participant in financial domination who provides another person with money. Like a paypig is meant to be submissive, and it seems that what went on there, sending you an unsolicited picture of their arsehole, that's not a submissive person.
I had a
You're being dominated
You've been
by
dominated.
that asshole.
No,
I'd
absolutely.
rather not be.
That's what they're trying to do there. Like they're coming across as if I pay you, and I'm the weak one, and you're the dominatrix. That's not it at all. That's not what's going on there at all.
No.
It's quite the opposite.
Mm.
Oh,
So I went on holidays with my boyfriend, so that must have been in October last year, and got a message from a fella saying that he was a pay pig and that he wanted to send me money and would it be okay? And I was like, if you want,
Free money.
I said, there's a PayPal there on my account. Like I'm anonymous online anyway. I don't have a face or anything, so I felt I couldn't be that sexualized really with the orange head on me.
yeah.
So
Like
I
orange.
said,
Just mad for fruit. He's there like putting his dick in a fruit at home, like
Fruit.
instead of like a watermelon. Anyway,
apple pie.
Apple pie.
So
Orange.
He burns himself. Go ahead.
oh, I said like go on ahead there, but I'm not doing anything for you. Like I'm not talking to you. I'm not doing anything. And he was like, no, that's fine. Like I really enjoy your page and I would like to, make this a regular thing. And I was like, you go on ahead there as much as you want to send to the PayPal account. But then he would ask for things like, can you send me a voice note? Now, me and my boyfriend were sitting there concocting our replies together.
Oh yeah.
And he was like, this is fucking mad.
So myself and Keen have done that as well.
Yeah.
Actually, when I got a previous message about how I look like a girl that would prefer cum on my face than in my arsehole.
Jesus.
Go on.
It's as rough as guts, like.
It's, yeah, but fucking hell, like having, like, Brie, obviously you have your face and everything out there, and
Yeah.
to know that these weirdos are imagining all of this stuff about you is just so freaky.
Yeah.
But so me and my fellow were responding to him anyway, and like then he'd say things like I've sent you, like they would be kind of 20s, 30s, and 50s here and there, like there were sometimes he might send it after a few days here and there, and sometimes there might be weeks in between, and I wouldn't hear from him. I think that he's completely disappeared off the face of the earth. But then he would say things like, "Oh, I sent you that there." Goddess is what he would call me. Like
That's you're not, but
Yeah.
as a goddess. I was just and I said, okay, cheers. And then he said, I'm going to go and write pig on my forehead now and walk around the town. And I said, like the whole thing was making me very uncomfortable.
No, because the whole thing is stalky. He was stalking you. He's sending you fivers and whatever, he's tenors and 50%.
Fivers and tenors.
But that's his way of stalking you. He's got his in, like that's his in. He doesn't care.
Because stalking doesn't just mean following someone.
No, it's spoken like that. Or he's set it up where he has an in with you, even though you're going, I don't want that. Oh, suit yourself. He'll still read that as, she really does want me to be doing this. And
Like
the
Larry Murphy.
oxygen, no oxygen.
I listened to Nicola Talon, the Larry Murphy podcast. And that whole thing, which, when she was doing the kind of introduction and leading into it, was that in Larry Murphy's mind, he believed that every woman actually wanted to be fucking raped and, well, okay, maybe not raped, but like dominated and that sort of thing. So it's like they really truly believe it in their head that like, that you actually really want this.
That you want it, yeah. Well, the type of person who is happy to give away their money. Like, so what did they do? And they're saying that they're like happy to be financially dominated. But what it does is it because they want to give away money so that they basically buy some of your time, to just get some part of some interaction.
It's a quirk and a perversion, and it's I would suggest there is a sexual, obviously, connection with it. It's sort of like, it's just feeling like I have an in with this person that they're obsessed about.
A man will say it comes back to the attachment with their mother and AO.
Something happened with
And they always,
his mammy didn't love him enough.
and they always, and they always felt that they had to like support their mum, or their mum was too independent. So
Who knows?
I don't know.
Who knows? It's complex, but like it's comes.
Or didn't breastfeed them.
40 minutes.
You'd have to pay. Send him down to me. Tell him he can pay me for a session.
Yeah.
Never mind sending you €50.
I'm retired.
I'm retired now, actually. Yeah, but anyway.
Do you have come across many perversions or perverts or anything, and you're like that they'd come to you and say like, I have something fucking mad up with me here? Like, would you have come across these?
Personally,
They don't know. They do.
they don't know they do. No, have I met someone like that? No, I actually haven't worked with anyone who would
Any pervs?
proper. No, not with that kind of. They never told me. Just no. Just the mad woman.
Just that mad woman from Oz that we called.
Oh, that was now some people do get obsessed about other people, but not. No, I haven't had real. Thankfully, I'm going to say, yeah, the real quick.
I felt real sorry for that fella who. So like, actually, I have a whole other podcast episode that's going to come up next week. So the week after this one goes out, and just kind of talking about my paypig, and I'm going to read out the messages between the two of us just to show like how fucking bizarre it was.
Yeah.
And I like totally pulled back. Like I was like ignoring his messages because sometimes he would be clearly wanting me to communicate back with him, where he'd be like, tell me to write on my forehead. And I was like,
Well, yeah. Or him saying to you he was going to go off down the town with pig put on his forehead, like that was the sort of cry for help for you to be going, oh no, don't do that on my behalf. Well, you can't, there was something there where he was trying to poke a kind of an engagement there for you to stop him doing that.
And you're there like, yeah.
No. Because
I was just like, yeah, no bother, thumbs up. Like,
no. But see, the grim side of that is you don't know what that person's then going to say to you. Another point, I'm standing on top of it on the verge of a bridge here, and I'm going to throw myself in. Like you don't know how far all that shit's going to go.
yeah, if they have that kind of, if there's something, I feel like if
They're not well.
it's not, and then, so I had actually put up a poll on Instagram to say, if somebody offers you money and offered to be a pay pig where you didn't have to do anything and they were just happy enough to send you money like on PayPal, would you do it? And it was like an overwhelming yes. Everyone was like, yeah, fuck it. If somebody wants to send me money. And I was like, okay, Grant, I felt a little bit better. But I did feel like, is this me? Am I preying on a mentally ill person? Like, what is going on here with him?
It sounded like you were just sort of going, go away with yourself there, whatever you have in yourself.
Yeah, like the use it.
Try not. I've kind of felt as if you were almost trying to, by saying that, maybe you were trying to take the air out of it.
Well, yeah,
but
I certainly.
No, you just go, no. You just don't.
No, I don't think people understand that. Like, you're like, free money, grand. But then it's like for me, when because I got a message like that before, and your man sent me like 30 or 40, and he was like, I can send more. And then I just stopped interacting.
Yeah, just don't go there.
Because I was like, there's a deeper thing.
Oh,
here.
Definitely.
As
always.
There's something that's not right. And and then it's like, oh, I feel like, you've opened up something to them.
You've opened up.
And you are being, like,
you're kind of culpable in it in a way,
You've opened up a puckered starfish.
Yeah. I do that on my own private time.
But he had agreed to come on my podcast.
Yes.
And he was excited about it, and I was like, this is good, because I actually have a girl who did this pay pig, and like she did the financial domination, as in like she was receiving money from a man and she was abusing the shite out of him, and that's what he wanted. So like we have it from that perspective. But then I was going to get my own pay pig on to talk about what is going on with them, and have a bit of back and forth where I would tell him, I was feeling guilty every time you kind of send me money. I didn't really know what was going on. And then he sent me a message there the other day saying that he can't do it, and he blocked me. So that was fine anyway.
Rid of him. Well, you see, when it became real, that's
sorry.
But that's what happened there. Sorry, when it got real, he can live in the fantasy. But you got real. It got real, and then he blocked you. Thank God.
Yeah, it's gone now. But I said to my boyfriend anyway, look, I'm just going to get him on for the podcast, and then I'm going to tell him this is the end of it now. I think it's gone on. Like, it's gone on. I don't know what, it's just over 6 months or whatever. And I thought, fuck it.
Yeah.
On now.
The other thing with that Instagram message I got about, you know, you look like a girl who'd prefer cum in her face than in her arse or whatever.
Yeah.
Cian then responded to that with a picture of his face, like really, really close up, with writing. Like, he wrote on the picture, just being like, you know, just being an absolute dickhead to him, being like,
Yeah,
you look like the kind of guy who's like ranking himself off to WWE fights and stuff, because the only thing he followed on Instagram was WWE.
That's, you could see. Yeah.
And then your man replied and being like, I know you won't believe this, but I truly am sorry for sending that message. I don't know why I did it.
Oh, I remember this guy.
And
Okay.
and like, you do really good content. In the future, just ignore messages like these.
It's fucking weirdo.
What?
That's also.
That's also
Yeah,
fucking
but that's
weird.
also more of now I'm putting myself in, you know, in a row where you know, you can be dominating me. That's all sick. It's all back and forth. It's
Yeah, like I could have responded being like, yeah, you fucking,
and then he would got a hard on again.
yeah.
Again, just 24/7 handles.
Win. You can't win.
Yeah.
You just chop them off.
Yeah.
Like, as if I needed another reason to, like, never do a face reveal. It would be messages from men saying you look like you could do with a big black dick in your mouth, or fucking starfish comments or whatever. Like, I'm like, no, that's grand. I'll just be an orange forever.
Oh, Grant. Yeah. I've actually never been with a.
Thank you for your expertise on the pay pigging.
Are you?
Yeah. Yeah, just the one.
All right.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Thanks for the invite.
You can come.
No, go for a wine.
I go for wine. I go for wine down to the pub now. And then
Great
I
spot.
a little bottle.
No.
She doesn't have the big bottles anymore.